Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. I was just going to show you really quickly. Am I recording? Yes. Okay. I lose my mind sometimes. I wanted to play with making a ring-bound journal. Now, yes, I have done this. The original idea comes from Wendy at Wendy's Journal Adventure, and I did one a few, oh gosh, several months ago, probably March or April, and I did the same 5x7-ish size that Wendy did with the 2-inch rings. And I started thinking the other day, I've got this cinch and I have not gotten to play with it yet. So I thought I might make a smaller version. I have a friend of mine who makes stickers, and my daughter has been entering contests on her Instagram page, and when she sends her winnings of her stickers, she always includes these little, you know, chipboard pieces. And so I was like, you know what, those are the perfect size to do a small ring-bound journal with. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just use my cinch because I haven't used it yet. So I've got a few things here. So I've got these 2 pieces of, it's medium to lightweight chipboard. I think it's lightweight chipboard, more like a cereal box weight. And these measure they're actually 4x6. Okay, and then I've got a couple of 4x6 cards. These are from the card making compendium kit that I got, and I'm going to use those for the dividers because this has the 2 covers, 2 dividers, and then it has some journals in the middle, blank journals, and it has some envelopes and bags. So these will be my dividers, and once I cover those are very sturdy. I have these tiny envelopes that I thought would be really cute, and these measure 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I will probably, I don't know how I'm going to attach those, maybe this way, maybe I'll do them a couple of ways, I don't know, but I've got 3 of those. They're all white. And then I've got some of these tiny little, and it looks like oh no, these are the little tiny craft paper bags. These measure 2 1/2 by 4 if you measure to the top there, 2 1/2 by 4. I thought those would be fun. And then I've got this one, which I believe is 4x6. Yes, and I'm going to fold this one and use in the middle. And then I printed on cardstock, 2 to a page, some backgrounds from the, I know this is My Porch Prints. It's Grandma's Attic, that's what it is. So My Porch Prints, and I printed out these 2 to a page, printed out these on regular size because I think these are small enough. Finished size of these will be 3 1/2 by 2 1/2, so I think those will fit in there if I want. And then turn this around, I printed out some of the ephemera. I just love this Grandma's Attic kit. It is so pretty, and I wanted to make something that wasn't Christmas related. I don't know what I'm going to use this paper for, but I had to print it because it's one of my favorites. And then I have this one. I think I'm going to use this one for the cover because I just love this postcard / handwriting page. And then maybe use this one. Actually, I lied. I'm going to be using these for the covers. So I think I'll use this for the inside divider and one of these for the inside divider. But yeah, I wanted to use this one for the cover because it's a little bit different than the rest of the collection, and I'm always drawn to it, but I feel like it's a standalone. Like it almost, not that it doesn't match with the kit, but I don't know, there's something about it that's just different, and so I always want to hold it out and use it, and then I end up not using it. And so I want to use that one for the cover, and this is a lighter version of the same one, so I'll use that for the inside cover. But this is what I'm going to be starting to work on next. And so I thought if you wanted to come along with me, I'd go ahead and just start working on on that now until the camera pops off and we run out of time, and then we'll pick up where we left off. We'll go from there. So let's start with the covers. And put all this stuff aside. These little, I do need to clean off my desk. I have a lot of stuff just everywhere. And I've got about 4 or 5 different project pieces, parts. So, all right, so let's see. If I cut, I'm just going to cut this out with my scissors. And then I will line that up on the edge there. And then I'll trim that. I'll do the same thing with this one. And you can see I'm not cutting perfectly straight, but I'm not worried about it because I can fix it. I've got my craft knife around here somewhere. There it is. And so that way I know these are on the edge in the center. I'm just going to flip them. Yeah, flip them this way and glue these down. So this is my front and back cover. And thank you, Tina, for the chipboard. I'm not going to let any chipboard go by the wayside, not in this house. My kids are starting to figure it out and, you know, Mom, do you want this? So, yes. When in doubt, leave it out. There we go, and then we'll do a back cover. And this didn't take anything to print out because I did them 2 to a page, so I think I printed out maybe 8 pages. Didn't seem like that much. There we go. Attach this down here. And I have not played with my cinch yet, so I'm excited to see how it does. So this will be the true test, guys. We'll see how it works out. So I'm going to just come alongside here. This is the easiest way for me to trim this out. Get my finger out of the way just in case it jumps, because I am applying a little bit of pressure there. And there we go. Okay, so there's our, I think this is the one I wanted for the front cover. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love these papers. Stephanie does an awesome job creating these kits. And one more. Probably about time for me to replace my blade again. There we go. There's a little bit, a couple of 1-inch strips that I could use for something else, so I think I'll just cut this off. And if I was being responsible, I would probably keep these and use for something too, but I just have so many things that I'm already keeping, you know what I mean? All right, so there's our front and back cover. Now, I want to make sure that the flowers are going the right way. All right, so front and back, and then there was a little piece I wanted to trim off of this one on the side. Some glue or something on there. Just come along there and trim that off. A little harder when it's just that skinny little amount. There we go. I think I got it. Try to do this with my scissors. I'd never get it close enough, so. Okay. All right, so for the inside of the covers, I think that's what I wanted this one for. So we'll use this. Now I do want to trim off this white edge because I don't want that on there. So let's just trim that off. I'll try to be a little bit more careful about getting the edge straight. I guess I didn't do too bad on the last one. This is a 110-pound cardstock. I don't know what that is, and UK sizes, but because I get a little confused when I try to do conversions. And all right, so this, let's see, I think it goes this way. So I'm going to turn this way, and then I will make sure that these are the right way up. Okay, so let's do this again. We'll wait for this bubble. There we go. Okay. Fingers are not quite working today. I'm just going to stick this right in the center. Line it up with the edge the best I can. And if it's not perfect, it's no big deal because I'm going to ink around it for sure. All right, let's do this one, making sure it's the right way up. And there we go. And lining up this edge, it has that nice little lace trim area, so wanted to capture that. Okay, they don't have to be lined up with each other. I'm going to put the pin in the glue, and then we're going to cut these out. Just like before, so I'll probably fast forward this. Okay, and this has a lot of good area left in it. I'm just going to trim it down to where I can get it in my stash. Okay, and I need to decide which one I want for the front and which one I want for the back. Now that I've cut them out, they look the same, but they were different colors to begin with. I think this one's a little bit rosier. Yeah, if you put them right up against each other. But I think I want the lace on the edge here. So I think I'll use this one for the front cover. So let's go ahead and ink that. I am using the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, and this is a little bit darker than the Gathered Twigs. Now I've inked the paper. Now I want to ink along these edges here. Okay, so there we have our front cover and our back cover, and we'll put something really fun on the front cover. I haven't quite decided yet, but let's go ahead and do the two dividers that are going to go in here, and we're pretty much going to do those exactly the same way. So I'm going to use this on one, and I guess that's what I had intended for this, to use that on the other, because all the rest of these, well, maybe not. These are the ones I was going to use. I don't remember what I was going to use these for now. Oh, maybe these were going to be the journal covers. I'm pretty sure this was going to be a journal cover. So I don't remember about that, but anyway, you know how when you're going through and deciding what you want to do, and then when you get to it, you never do it that way. So I think this is the top of this one, and some of these it really doesn't matter. So all right, so let's find the cardstock. And like I said earlier, these are just pre-folded cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is just glue them together. And these will make really sturdy inserts. And they're the same size as the front and back cover. I did make the front and back cover the same size, and I don't want anything to go outside of the 4x6, mainly because I haven't used the cinch before and I'm not sure how to center it or anything, so I thought if I made everything the same size then as the cover or smaller, then I'm not going to have to worry about it. And I'm going to make the little strips that attach everything the same length. I'll make them 6 inches long, so that'll just you know, since it's the first time I'm using it, then we will go with that. Okay, so those are glued together, and like I said, these are almost as thick as that chipboard now. Okay, so let's do the first one. And basically, I think I'm just going to fast forward this whole section because you already saw me do this, and I don't need to explain anything. Looks like we've got 5 minutes left. I think that's just enough time to get this last piece attached. And I would suggest you just take your time when you're doing the cards. You may have seen I took just little, you know, slivers off. It's not as sturdy, number one, as the chipboard, so it doesn't have that defined cut edge because it's, you know, folded cardstock. So just take your time. I think I will use, how do I want this to go? I will use this one here and this one here. So let's get the pen in the glue and ink these up. And I just remembered I probably should have inked those cards before I stuck them in between, because it's going to be harder to ink the edges, but we'll make it work. You can see these are a little bit more flexible than the chipboard. So, and there's two. Okay, so we've got our front and back covers, and let's see, we've got our dividers. I think I want it to go this way, and that looks like it's upside down because that flower, so that's going to go that way. So we've got our two front and back covers. You can see they're all 4x6. See these little areas of white? That's why I said it would be easier to ink ahead of time, but I'll just play with that. And you know what? I'm the only one really probably going to notice that. It's not a huge deal, and it's not very much. Most of it, as you can see, is inked. So yeah, it's just a little portion. So there we go. This is going to be really cute, and this would be a perfect stocking stuffer. That's why we're doing it. It measures 4x6 and probably about an inch, because I think I've got 3/4 inch closures. So in the next video, then we will do the bags and envelopes, and then we'll get to decorating. Thanks for watching. See you next time.